From Hollywood, this is On the Red Carpet at the Oscars.
The brothers behind the live-action short Aileen. Explain the title.
Those who are just joining us on the red carpet at the 97th Annual Academy Awards, we have Bowen Yang here with us.
Hello.
Thank you so much for waiting around, and congratulations, 10 nominations for Wicked.
Yes.
You played Glinda's bestie.
Yep.
You guys have such great chemistry really on screen. Tell us about the relationship with you and Ariana Grande off screen. I know that you recently had her on your podcast.
Yes, we did. We had her on the podcast. It was one of the more organic friendships that I've had in adulthood, which is like really rare. I think as you grow older, you know, you can't quite tell what the connection points are, but it just felt like so magical and so easy, and it all translated. And she's like that with everybody. Everyone on set felt such a connection with her. She's
Love
wonderful.
that. Well, we've seen that connection, the chemistry with everybody, during this award season. But I want to ask you, because I understand that it was actually difficult for you to be part of the film because you had to get special permission, right, from Saturday Night Live to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And was it Ariana Grande who pulled through for you? How did it come together?
Ari got Lorne Michaels on the horn and said, "Can you make this happen?" And he said, "I can't if he's going to miss shows." And so then the producers at SNL, the producers on Wicked, it was just beautiful group effort to make sure that I could do both projects, and I never missed a show. I have no regrets. It did wear on me a little bit, but it was so fun. I'm so grateful I got to do it.
And we're so grateful that you were able to do SNL last night. Fly right to
Yep.
LA,
Yep.
then you go right back and do it all over again. Bowen, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks,
Really
guys.
appreciate
you.
it.
Happy third year.
So, thank you.
Yes.
And we're going to send it back over to George.
All right, thank you very much. She is an actress who became an Oscar winner, who became a friend. It's Children of a Lesser Gods. Marlee Matlin, who has done so many other projects since then. But Marlee, you represent the Academy here tonight. This is a big night, and we also celebrate Los Angeles. What should we know about how this will happen tonight, perhaps?
I think there's going to be so much that's going on. The audience is just going to be able to appreciate and talk about and honoring all the firefighters and all those who've done so many things on so many different levels. But the one thing that's very unique for me to acknowledge, as a person who's always advocated for our community, especially with closed captioning, I need to point out that as a person who has advocated for closed captioning, I want to say that finally the Academy is recognizing an Academy Award of Merit, an Oscar for all closed captioning technology, the first of its kind at the SciTech Awards on April the 29th. It's whatever kind of captioning is out there, they're recognizing that. And what they've done, what they did with Chris Nolan in 2014 with Sound Labs, we're going to be doing now with closed captioning. So I'm very, very proud of that, being part of that effort.
Well, I feel like we've heard it from you first. I love you, I adore you, and I love that you constantly fight and make sure that the hearing impaired get what they need when they turn on a television. So thank you, Marlee.
It's for everybody. Okay. It's for everybody.
You know you're my favorite. We love Marlee. I have a lot of favorites, too. All right. I'm going to toss it over to Lindsay.
All right, thanks, George. And 3 of the stars from A Complete Unknown are nominated tonight. Timothée Chalamet as Bob Dylan, Edward Norton as Pete Seeger, and Monica Barbaro as Joan Baez.
What a cast. All 3 of them sang live and played their own instruments in the film. I recently sat down with Monica, who told me that was just part of what made taking the role so intimidating.
When the river's freezing.
I didn't play guitar, I didn't sing, so first and foremost, I had to learn to do those things and learn to do them as well as I could to sound like and look like Joan, who is such an incredible singer and a guitar player. And she's an activist, she's a strong woman, she represents so much, she has this magnetic energy. So I was deeply intimidated by trying to fill her shoes in any way.
I'm not the one you want, babe. I'm not the one you...
How worried were you about how the fans might see you and how Joan herself might interpret your performance?
Oh, I was terrified. I was just completely, I had so much anxiety because I respect her so much and I wanted to do her justice, and I also wanted to perfect her sound and make it as close as I possibly could to being her so that she was accurately represented in the movie.
So here you are, this is your first Oscar nomination. How would you describe the feeling now to be joining this premier group of actors?
Well, it's funny. It is kind of crazy to me when people say, like, it's your first Oscar nomination. I feel like there's inherently this energy of, like, as if there will be more, which is, like, it's so hopeful and wonderful. I still haven't really even processed the fact that I am in any way sort of categorized by this with all of these actors and actresses that I admire.
I still can't get over the fact that she learned to play guitar and sing in just a matter of months, and she was incredible.
I haven't been able to do that in years.
Right, exactly. She, by the way, a Bay Area native. We went to rival high schools back in the day.
Right?
I was a little bit older, but you know, yeah, same hometown. So shout out to the Bay Area.
They all did really a phenomenal job of really embodying these real life people. All right, we'll send it back over to George.
Ethan Slater is one of the stars of Wicked. Wicked is up for 10 Oscar nominations tonight. You must feel like every time, for instance, if they say, and the winner is Wicked, that you're part of that win.
Yeah, it does feel that way, and I think it feels that way for a lot of movies because it's such a collaborative effort to make something, and everyone's pouring their heart and their soul into it. But I also think this group in particular has been really, like, generous, and I just feel really proud of everybody who worked on it. So it does feel like a big win, whether or not it's like, you know, Paul Tazwell specifically or the whole.
Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, they love doing this. They show up and they're both full of life and energy, and that had to bring something to the set as well.
Oh yeah, they led with such grace and humility and also energy. Nobody loves Wicked more than the people who made it, and that started with Ariana and Cynthia, and they cared so much about, you know, bringing the best to these characters, and it certainly trickled down to everyone.
Sometimes actors can't answer this next question, but you can see Ethan in Wicked now. What about next?
I can't really answer that question, but But do keep your eyes out, I guess. Actually, I'm close to being able to answer it, but I can't quite answer it.
All right, everybody, it's Ethan Slater, and who knows where we'll see him next.
I was born.
One by one, the cast of Wicked is showing up. Cynthia and Ariana must be arriving soon, so stick around to see them live. But first, On the Red Carpet Loves LA. The 97th Oscars are tonight, and the stars are arriving now at the world-famous Dolby Theater in the heart of Hollywood. On the Red Carpet special aerial coverage is provided by Air 7, the news helicopter for ABC 7 Los Angeles.
And welcome back, everybody. We are here with the Wizard of Oz himself, Mr. Jeff Goldblum, his wife, Emily. Thank you so much for coming here. I mean, you're presenting today?
No. You've been misinformed. Although, I guess I'm presenting, in a sense, I don't know what sense that would be.
Just right out of the gates, I want to ask you, we've been talking, Wicked is well represented here. You have, many of your co-stars are on hand. What are you most looking forward to today? What do you think that your film could bring home?
Hey, good question. Well, I'm looking forward to just being here and enjoying ourselves and celebrating the community and all the people in the cast. You know, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo are just unbelievably fantastic and incomparable. John M. Chu made a fantastic movie. And I just love that people seem to love the movie, and a lot of people have seen it or seeing it, and may, as some have suggested, be seeing it like The Wizard of Oz for years and moments to come. That would be a fantastic thing to bring to the community, you know. I love it myself, and since I saw the stage show, I've been in tears and my heart broke wide open with love, you know, everlasting.
Back in 1996, you were nominated for Little Surprises. Nearly 30 years later, does it lose its luster at all? Does this ever get old to come to these?
Well, you're so sweet to reference that. No, you know, I'm lucky. It was my dream when I was a kid to be part of this community and have a place in filmmaking and acting, and no, I'm thrilled about it. It always feels like the first time to me, and to see it through Emily's golden eyes, is, you know, kind of makes everything.
Can you give us any hints on what's coming up in the second installment of Wicked?
Ooh,
Anything at all?
I don't want to be a tattletale.
Yeah, sure you can.
Or a
Something,
spoiler. Well, I do something in it. I may be tuneful.
The wizard is involved.
I might be tuneful. There might be some emotional complications and twists. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, Elphaba and Glinda, oh my gosh, will further thrill you and chill you and devastate you. Yes, so there will be that. Now, what else?
All right, okay. Well, we'll take that. We'll take that for now. Jeff, Emily, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Once again, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo going to perform tonight.
Oh,
I know.
And that boutonniere, oh my.
Oscar Sunday is always guaranteed to have some surprises. What will happen this year? Well, definitely some jaw-dropping fashion. Stay tuned to see it all happen live. On the Red Carpet is sponsored locally. We want to see your celebrity selfies. Upload them now at ontheredcarpet.com/selfie. We'll post our favorites to the On the Red Carpet social pages.
His name is Boyd Holbrook, but you may know him better as Johnny Cash in A Complete Unknown. Your film's up for a lot of Oscars tonight, and you're part of the film. Has your life changed since you made this movie?
No, I don't think my life has changed. It's just got a little bit more complicated. This is very cool to be a part of, but in reality, I have a 3-month-old at home, and we have a babysitter, and so we're just sneaking out to get here. It's a miracle.
Well, has the phone started ringing more? Have you started reading more scripts as you're sitting with the baby?
Yeah, I've got a stack of scripts to go through, and you can definitely feel the buzz for this film, the importance of this film, and to be a part of it, I'm just riding the wave.
You know, when this movie starts, there's all this great music and this great story to go along with it, and you feel like you're on a ride and you don't want to get up, you don't want to leave your seat, you can't go to the restroom, right?
Yeah. This film is incredible. It's the celebration of Bob Dylan's life and the other artists that surrounded that era, which is probably the most pinnacle time in music.
So we are broadcasting right now all around the country and in several countries around the world. What should every casting director know about Boyd Holbrook? So you book that next role. I'm trying to help you out here.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
All right. Well, you go play here at the 97th Oscars. It's Boyd Holbrook, who plays Johnny Cash in A Complete Unknown. And now to Lindsay Davis, who plays Lindsay Davis on ABC.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You know, let's
plays her well, too.
Every once in a while. Sometimes I have my off days. George, thank you. But now I want to bring in Chris Connolly, who there is no one who can substitute for the Chris Connolly. But I want to talk about international films at this point. For so many countries, an Oscar nomination obviously is a huge deal.
Yeah, you know, Flow this year is up from Latvia, this wonderful animated film. People love it. And when something like this wins, it's a huge deal for the home country. I was here in '89 when a Danish film won, and you would have thought Denmark had just scored a goal in the World Cup. The journalists went out of control. It was wonderful. So it's a big deal for people.
So what's your prediction?
Well, you got two movies that were nominated also for Best Picture. You have Emilia Perez, and that has to be considered the favorite. But I'm Still Here is a great capital G film. Really emotionally powerful, a story of life in a repressive environment, and the most wonderful portrait of a happy family you've ever seen. So I think that's going to be the surprise winner tonight.
Lots of people rooting for a number of them, especially Brazil. Lots of excitement
You
there.
bet that's true.
All right, thanks, Chris. We're going to send it back over to Leslie Rashomba and Joe to talk some serious red carpet fashion.
You know, Lindsay, we're having so much fun up here. Already watching a lot of people make their way in. And of course, now it's getting really crowded. We're waiting for some of the bigger names to arrive. And yet we are also on high alert. Zoe Saldana is going to be here soon. And we're just very excited about her season overall. How's it been, Joe?
Oh, I mean, an incredible award season for her. And of course, look at her here at the Critics' Choice Award. Of course, she's a YSL ambassador, so she's been wearing only YSL this entire time here at the SAG Awards in this sort of ruffled detail. And coincidentally, did you know that YSL as a brand is also a producer of Emilia Perez as well? Now, here she is at the Critics' Choice in this red YSL with an open back, with a flowy silk, and of course, dynamite and popping on the blue carpet there, looking radiant as ever. But I also do love her so much here at the Golden Globes in a black strap strapless sequin YSL gown, of course with that plunging neckline, looking like $1 million, like both of you ladies.
I wonder what she's gonna come out. Thanks so much. I wonder what she's gonna come in at.
I know.
I just am so excited. So many of these guesses. I guess that's it. What's
I guess
your
you'll wear
prediction?
YSL.
There we go.
That is for sure.
Now, your prediction. Who's gonna wow tonight?
Ooh, I think Demi will wow, but you know what? I'm going to give it to the boys. I think Coleman Domingo, Timothy Chalamet.
Yes.
Don't write the boys off.
Coleman Domingo definitely has my vote. I have to say he is head and shoulders above the rest when it comes to his men's fashions.
Oh, I love it. All right, On the Red Carpet continues here at the 97th Oscars. Stay with us.
Stylish stars like Selena Gomez, Halle Berry, and last year's Best Actress winner Emma Stone will take the stage as Oscar presenters tonight. Don't miss it when they arrive here on the Emmy Award-winning red carpet. Now, ever wonder what it's like backstage at the Oscars? Well, tonight, GMA's backstage for you, with all the stars and all the buzz you might miss. See it all tomorrow morning on Good Morning America's Oscar Monday After Party on ABC.
Joining us now are Emily, Julian, and Kellen. These are the faces behind this movie, Sugar Cane, one of the nominated documentaries this year. This movie is so full of emotion, and it's a hard subject matter, and it all happened. So why don't you just tell people who haven't seen it briefly what it's about so they will immediately write it down and watch it this week.
Sugar Cane's on Disney Plus and Hulu. It follows an investigation into missing children and abuse at the Indian residential school that my family was sent to near Williams Lake, British Columbia, Canada. But it's also about the survival of our people in the face of cultural genocide.
You hear that and you know how serious it is, but you have to tell this story. As you're helping to tell this story, are tears coming out of your eyes during the making of?
Absolutely. I think a lot of tears were shed, but we also laughed a lot. We celebrated a lot. It's a film about resilience as much as it is about trauma and suffering.
And when the film is over, Emily, what do you want us to feel? What do you want us to maybe continue to research or look into as we move forward after your film is over?
I think it's important for people to know that this is the origin story of North America, that this is a story of how 6 generations of kids were taken from their family. And as we look out on a world that is struggling with the same sort of issues of authoritarianism and separation, the story couldn't be more meaningful than it is now. And we need truth and we need art to continue to hold power to account. And we hope people are moved by what we made.
Very good. These are the folks behind Sugar Cane, nominated in the Best Documentary category tonight.
All right, George, let's take a closer look at that documentary category with our expert Variety Chief Awards editor Clayton Davis. And Clayton, of course, Sugar Cane, a historic nomination.
Yeah, first Indigenous director from North America to be nominated, and especially coming 1 year after Lily Gladstone got her historic nomination. It's great to see representation really spilling out into the other categories. And the movie started off really strong early in the season. It stands a solid chance tonight, but this is actually the most wide open category. I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm actually going to be a really bad pundit this time around.
So in prior years, I think it's safe to say when the documentary category came on, that was the time for people to get up and get a snack, take a little bathroom break. But really, I would say because of streaming, as a result, these movies are really finding a broader audience, and people actually have a vested interest in who wins.
Yeah, they're available. They're available for anyone to go watch right now. I mean, listen, if you're anyone like my wife, you're constantly watching docuseries and taking notes about how to get rid of me sometimes. But no, this is a great moment for documentaries. I think we're in the golden age of documentaries at this moment. And looking at this lineup, any of them can win. That's how good this lineup is.
So since we don't have much time left, but you said it's wide open, we're going to put you on the spot anyway. If you had to pick, at least give us top 2 most likely to win.
I think it's going to come down to Porcelain War or No Other Land. I think No Other Land has a lot of the momentum. It's a very topical issue. Porcelain War has a lot of the guild support. I'm going to go with Porcelain War. That could make or break your Oscar pool, though.
Okay.
Lots of anticipation and a lot we still don't know, with a lot of people just not sure who's going to win in a number of categories this year, as we continue our reporting and coverage live from the red carpet.
The Best is yet to come on the red carpet at the Oscars. As we get closer to showtime on ABC and Hulu, the biggest stars are due to arrive. For those breaking away for news on your local ABC station, you can keep watching us at ontheredcarpet.com. For everyone else, we will be right back with more live from Hollywood as On the Red Carpet at the Oscars continues. Live from Hollywood, this is On the Red Carpet at the Oscars.
Again from Hollywood as we start a new hour of our live red carpet coverage of the 97th Oscars alongside Lindsay Davis. I'm Whit Johnson. George Pinocchio is down at the first interview position on this carpet. We'll have more from him in just a moment.
And we keep saying it gets more exciting as we get closer to showtime. We're saying it because it's true. We're just a couple of hours away now from the Oscars ceremony, and first-time Oscar host Conan O'Brien live here on ABC and Hulu. This red carpet keeps getting busier. We're still waiting for so many of the night's biggest stars to arrive. George has another star with him now. Hey, George.
Well, hello. I always tell people who come to California and ask me, where do you see the stars? I say, go to the grocery store. That's where you see them the most. That's where I first saw June Squibb, our next guest, the Academy Award nominee for Nebraska. 10 years ago, we were on this carpet talking about Nebraska. You are just as happy now as you were then.
I've had a wonderful 10 years.
Let's talk a little about those 10 years. You had Thelma just last year. You became an action star, and now you have Eleanor the Great coming out. What are you going to show us? What side of you with Eleanor the Great?
Well, I think the most exciting thing is the fact that Scarlett Johansson directed it. It's her first feature, and it's wonderful. She's wonderful.
You have been acting now, listen to this, ladies and gentlemen, for 75 years. You were born the year that the Oscars were first given out, 1929.
1929, that's the year.
And yet on your IMDb page, you no longer have a birth date. What's up? Are you now saying you're 65?
I don't know what happened to it. I don't think anyone believed that I'm younger than 95 anyway, so.
But what is the best part about being 95 in Hollywood and still working?
You just get to do what you want to do. People say, what do you want to do? And you can say, this is what I want to do.
And what she will be doing tonight is presenting hair and makeup, and your hair and makeup looks great, as well do you, as always.
Thank you. I've got great people helping me, really do.
All
Wonderful
right.
people.
I'll see you at the grocery store, darling. Here you go.
Mwah.
June Squibb, everyone, and now Whit and Lindsay.
All right, George, thank you. We are joined now by Mr. Divine G. Of course, Coleman Domingo plays you in Sing Sing. You wrote the screenplay as well. Your first time out of the gate, here you are at the Oscars.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a moment that's memorable in my life for, many years to come. I'm just so grateful of the fact that America and the world is embracing the fact that theatrical arts save lives. We have a 3% recidivism level. I don't know if you understand that, but RTA, and in comparison to 60% of people that don't go to this program, they come back to prison. So we are creating an element of safety for society. And, I want to put a lot of emphasis on that, and it's just a pleasure to be there. And I will say, Coleman Domingo did a spectacular job at portraying me.
He sure did. I mean, nominated for his second Academy Award in 2 years. But I do want to ask you this. It was so powerful and beautiful, the chemistry among the actors as well. And many of them were former inmates. What was it like bringing the team together? Was it difficult for some of them to come back and carry out some of these scenes?
It's always a difficulty going back into an environment that's, prisons are hell. I don't put no cut on that. Prisons in New York State, they very draconian on their punishment situation. So it was a bit difficult. We had a psychologist on the set, that was helping us in case we got some backlash or flashbacks or whatever. But, I mean, we saw a bigger mission, at hand. We were going in here to carry this message and show the world that there's just not humans in prison, but arts. Save lives.
And I think that you all were very successful
absolutely
at that.
did.
Mr. Divine G, thank you
And congratulations,
so much.
by the way.
Yes.
Thank you.
Pleasure, pleasure.
And now to some stats on the Oscar statuette. Did you know each Oscar 13.5 inches tall? They weigh 8.5 pounds, and they stand on a base that is 5.25 inches in diameter. Just a little quick, math numbers that I happen to have out of my pocket.
And of course, we do know there's a whole team that works on creating all the new Oscar statuettes each year. And entertainment reporter Joelle Gargiulo from WABC in New York got to go inside their factory. Joelle.
And while now we are just hours away from finding out who will walk away with those shiny gold statues, turns out they are made 3,000 miles away from here in New York. In a humble workshop in New York's Hudson Valley, Hollywood's highest honors take shape. The Oscar. Since 1929, it's been a symbol of the best in film. And the winner is... And for the better part of the last decade, they've been made here at UAP.
As you dig into the process, you'll see that it's something that you can't rush.
The golden figurines are a labor of love, with countless talented people behind the scenes, creating the most famous trophy in entertainment.
Most everybody here has a part to play.
The process begins with a mold, then a wax copy.
We're going to open the mold.
There are imperfections on this, but not after Amy touches it.
Very lightly melt it together.
From wax to the ceramic shell and 12 layers of coating, which each one takes about a day to dry.
So this is going to be by hand.
From there, the wax Oscar inside that ceramic shell is melted out and replaced with bronze.
Casting the metal into the shell.
The bronze Oscar then heads to the finishing department to get sanded down and fix any imperfections.
Bring it up to grit.
Each statue is then sent to Epner Technology in Brooklyn, where they're plated in copper. Then
goes to nickel plated.
And finally,
24 karat gold.
Then the statuettes make their way back to UAP. Whoa! For final assembly.
And here in front of you is
the Oscar. And while this workshop is some 3,000 miles away from Hollywood, the Oscar tells two stories of excellence.
We pour our hearts into this piece. For me to see it on the ceremony, there's no words.
One of the masters who craft it, the other of the legends who receive it.
The work here is hard, but everybody does it with a smile on their face.
Thank you, thank you, thank you! So who is going to be holding those Oscars later on? We don't know just yet, but I will be at the Vanity Fair party, and I hope to catch up with those Oscar winners in just a few hours.
And you know what? We just saw who passed us here on the red carpet, perhaps the most important people of the night. Those black briefcases with the winners in there. I mean, you probably need like the Brinks armor truck or something in order to make sure
it was under heavy security.
Exactly.
Don't want to misplace that case.
But in case you were wondering where the design of the Oscar comes from, it's actually a knight holding a sword standing on a reel of film. Just a little fun fact to share at the cocktail party. The film has 5 spokes signifying the 5 original branches of the Academy: actors, directors, producers, technicians, and the writers.
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and throw it up to fashion now, and Leslie and the team is up there. Hey, Leslie.
Hey, you know what? We're having so much fun. And what we try to do every season and every Oscars is try to pick out trends. Right now, we're seeing a sparkle trend going. So Rachel Sennett, she was here just moments ago, just really looking fabulous. Tell us what you think, Ro.
You know what? Timeless elegance has been a trend on the carpet this entire award show season. And Rachel Sennett is continuing that trend in this raspberry sparkly Balenciaga gown. She looks gorgeous, strapless, amazing, and it pops on that red carpet.
You know, George was just talking to June Squibb, and she's just delightful. What do you think about her sparkles, Joe?
Oh, my gosh. I mean, for her to say to George in her interview, she's 95. Look at her rocking sparkles and sequins on the red carpet. It really goes to show you that when you want to do something fabulous, it really knows no age.
Yeah, there you go. And Joe Locke also showed up in sparkles. Unexpected or expected?
Yeah, you know what I love about young Hollywood is they know how to take a classic look and make it young, fresh, and modern. You got like a coat with tails, elegant, easy, aristocratic, but then you zhuzh it up with a gold sparkly vest. I mean, nothing wrong with that. I'm going with Joe Locke's look.
Could I pull that off, the other Joe?
Absolutely. I think you can do this as well, Joe.
So.
Really, really cool.
All right, the stars are on the red carpet, and there's more to come right here on the red carpet at the Oscars.
Ooh, the excitement is building as more Oscar nominees and presenters arrive to talk live with Lindsay Davis, Whit Johnson, and George Pinocchio. Those 3 are so lucky, and we are so lucky to call Southern California home. On the red carpet, loves LA.
we're back with Chris Connolly again. And Chris, as we mentioned, the devastating fires here in Southern California earlier this year, very much on the minds of everyone here tonight.
Of course, so many people in Hollywood and beyond impacted, and so many people doing what they can to try to help out.
Absolutely, yeah. The entertainment community has really been stepping up for some of those who've lost everything. An industry volunteer group called Zello Support has partnered with studios to supply furniture from movie sets for displaced fire victims, and it's free of charge. As you'll see, one couple is enhancing their new living space with pieces from Wicked.
We will partner with the studios and production companies, go into their archives, and unlock gently used or new furniture that we could bring into this showroom, and we could schedule shopping experiences for families who were impacted by the fires.
We're shopping for furniture because everything that we had was burned to the ground.
This is pieces of furniture that will help us make our house a home.
Well, unfortunately, we lost our home in the fires in Altadena, which we really loved. We loved living out there. But through, you know, just a lot of luck, we finally found this place, which we're settling into, and hopefully starting our new life from here.
We went to the Zello Support showroom. We picked out some incredible pieces, obviously, that have really brightened up this experience for us. And we're very grateful for that. It called to me and it said, "I'm here for you, Abby." And I love it so much. This would be Galinda's room divider.
It's crazy to think only a month before all of this happened, we were seeing Wicked in theaters with our friends and our family. Just like a month later, we have that furniture in our new home.
This is Hollywood community coming together and helping LA rebuild.
And you'll recall the Academy pushed back Oscar voting this year because of the fires, and they canceled the annual Oscar nominee luncheon, although they did have dinner last week, instead donating that money from the luncheon for fire relief. And we're going to see more of a fundraising element on that front during the ceremony tonight, guys.
So much that people are doing to help in any way, and I'm so glad that this night actually is happening because, of course, it brings millions of dollars in revenue to the city of LA. And as we can see, the crowd is thick as more of the nominees continue to arrive here at the 97th Academy Awards.
From Angelina Jolie sticking out her leg to Bjork in that swan dress and Ariana looking gorgeous today, the Oscar red carpet is made for iconic moments. What will happen tonight that we will be talking about for years to come? Stay tuned so you don't miss it. Now, want to make sure you don't miss any of these big moments from Oscar Sunday? Check out our live Oscars blog. Get your phone out now, go to ontheredcarpet.com, and follow along with our red carpet coverage and with tonight's Oscar ceremony.
And welcome back to Live on the Red Carpet. Edward Norton there, one of the nominees. We saw Whoopi Goldberg, the red carpet heating up. We measured it out, 900 feet, 3 football fields.
Exactly
it takes
right.
2 minutes to walk from one end to the other, but clearly with this traffic jam, it's backing up.
We know because we did
Yes.
time it out, but so much excitement and a lot of selfies actually from the nominees themselves as they arrive here on the red carpet. Right at the start of the red carpet, our very own George Pinocchio.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is their film, visual effects is their category. Here they are, nominated for this. I feel like when you do the work you do, the technology has changed before the movie's even done. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's we're constantly sort of evolving like technology. It's like the work seems to be getting a little bit harder, but like the technology sort of allows us to do more and things a little bit faster as we go.
If we saw the first draft of what you've done, would we be shocked at the final product, or does it look pretty good in the beginning?
We had some good concept art to work with from the beginning. So, we did, there's plenty of design work done well ahead of before we started production.
So we've got all these effects. Do you like it most when you're scaring people or you're tugging at our hearts?
Just evoking any kind of emotion, and that people aren't looking at the CG, but they're watching a movie and watching characters emote. So any strong emotion is great.
And is there one thing that people in your life say to you about what you do for a living that brings you here to this carpet?
Oh, the idea, exactly what Stephen was saying here, the idea of actually moving people, telling a story in a way that can't be told with a human being in front of a camera necessarily. You know, there's stories we can do with the technology and really take advantage of that, and that's really fun.
Good. We're going to see soon enough if you guys win for visual effects for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Do either of you roar? Anybody roar? No?
Do we roar?
Then go!
We left that to the director.
Thank you.
George, that is so much fun. You guys are having way too much fun down there, and we're having fun up here because guess who just walked in? Ariana Grande in something that is just so magical. Yeah. Tell us what you thought, Joe.
Oh my gosh, our very own Glenda. Of course, she was going to cap off the award season for Wicked in, I have to call this now the Ariana Pink. It's become her signature pink in this custom Schiaparelli couture gown, which of course was just shown on the runway about a month and a half ago in Champagne, and her stylist Mimi Cottrell had it remade in, of course, Ariana Pink for tonight. I mean, she looks absolutely gorgeous, but really modern at the same time.
I mean, she's just really taking the movie and bringing it to the red carpet, and I love it. All right, we also saw Elle Fanning. Elle Fanning just walked in. She looks just beautiful. What do you think, Ro?
You know what? Elle Fanning emotes old world Hollywood glamour, and this gorgeous gown that she's wearing just completely embodies that essence. I love the beautiful, beautiful sweetheart neckline with the bustle back, and you add the beautiful black tie in the front. She looks absolutely exquisite, and the fact that she has her hair up takes it to a whole nother dimension, and that beautiful diamond choker, it tops the look off perfectly.
Joe, anything to add?
It's literally Grace Kelly moments for me.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
it looks like an embodiment of Grace Kelly. I mean, if there's a movie, she needs to play
She
her.
does look like she stepped right off of the silver screen and onto the red carpet.
Just amazing. All right, we have more coming up from the red carpet right here at the Oscars. Stay with us.
Ooh, it's becoming a traffic jam on the red carpet, and there are even more stars pulling up in their limos right now along the famous intersection of Hollywood and Highland. Later tonight, we go from the best movies to a search for the best singer. Stay tuned after the Oscars for a special preview of American Idol featuring new judge Carrie Underwood. That's tonight, right after the Oscars on ABC. Hey, Whoopi!
The documentary is Elton John, Never Too Late. The song is Never Too Late. The Oscar nominee is Brandi Carlile with producer-composer Andrew Watt. Okay, Brandi, you enter Elton John's life, and your life changes.
Yeah, and he entered my life when I was such a young child that this is an absolute miracle to me. But he has changed my life.
Do you think you could turn him into a country kind of star?
Oh, he's more country than I'll ever be, baby.
You need to explain that.
Oh, he's got some country song, the Texas Love Song, all of Tumbleweed Connection.
Tumbleweed Connection,
and I think
sure.
I've heard a rumor we may see him in a cowboy hat tonight.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I will say this, when Elton won the Oscar for The Lion King, I remember him saying that he loved the idea of doing more movie music. Do you feel the same way now?
I do feel the same way now. I am just beside myself to be here, as I know Andrew is. You know, when I discovered Elton John, it was 1992, and there wasn't an inch of my wall that didn't have a poster of Elton John on it. And none of my friends knew who Elton John was at my school until he won the Oscar for The Lion King. And so my love for Elton and my love for entertainment has been intertwined with the Oscars in important ways.
And they didn't know because you were only 11 at the time.
That's
it's
right.
Brandi Carlile, Andrew Watt, and now it's on to Whit Johnson and Lindsay Davis.
All right, George, thanks so much. And let's bring in Clayton Davis here, one of our experts, because speaking of Brandi Carlile, Elton John, of course, collaborating with a wonderful song they put together, and he could make history again here today.
Yeah, he's won twice. He is currently undefeated at the Oscars. He only loses to himself when he's triple nominated. So I know this just came out recently that he's losing his eyesight, and there's a lot of good will surrounding him at the moment. So he is a dark horse in the race.
So 16th nomination for Diane Warren. Any chance this is the year, 688?
In my entire career, I've only predicted her one other time. It was the Hunting Ground year. and I'm predicting her this time. I think it might be her year. Sweet 16, Diane Warren might actually do it, guys.
You heard it here first.
Also an incredible song with her.
688.
Yeah, I mean, with Amelia Perez songs, there's 2 of them. They may be splitting the vote, allowing Diane to come up the middle and take it home.
All right, Clayton
Cross the
Davis,
fingers.
plenty of competition in that category here at the 97th Academy Awards.
The party is in full swing here on Hollywood Boulevard. Who will George, Lindsay, and Whit find on the red carpet next? Stick around to find out. For those of you breaking away for your local news, you can still stream us live at ontheredcarpet.com. For the rest of you, we'll be right back with Cynthia Erivo after the break with more Oscar Sunday coverage live here in Hollywood. Live from Hollywood, this is On the Red Carpet at the Oscars.
All right, look, we have the best twofer of the night, the best duo. It's Whoopi Goldberg, it's Cynthia Erivo, nominated. Okay, I could talk to you guys for all night, but let me just say this with Cynthia. She's got this new song, Replay. Have you heard it, Whoopi?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Cynthia, that song is beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my goodness.
And she's going to be hosting the Tonys.
Good luck. I know. Enjoy.
This is my favorite thing. She'll be playing Jesus Christ at the Hollywood Bowl in the not too distant future.
Jesus Christ, and Superstar, doing Superstar. Yeah, Wonderful. yeah. Wonderful. Who's your Judas? I don't know yet. Okay. We're figuring it out. Good. Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Whoopi, I think that you know what it's like to be here. You know what it's like to be nominated for an Oscar. So does she. You both are always the kindest of souls whenever I see either of you. What is it about showbiz, or maybe it's just your roots that make you that kind of a person?
Well, we don't have anything else to prove. Yeah. We can be nice because there's no reason not to be. That's right. Yeah, that's right. There's no better answer than that.
Well, you know I'm a nosy guy, and I want to know what's going to happen on that stage with you tonight and Ariana.
When you see it, you will know. Yeah. That's what's going to happen. You'll hear it.
Even not giving an answer she's polite.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what else can she say? She wants to be polite and says, listen, just wait. Yeah. Just be patient, George. Be patient.
Okay, so Cynthia, this is now the culmination of this particular year. I feel like you've been so kind about talking about Wicked and everything that has been involved, and you get a couple of months off and you'll be talking about Wicked too.
Well, not a couple of months off. We're still working, but I'm really excited to talk about Wicked 2 for good.
because I'm excited to see the journey that they've been on. I'm excited to share it with people. This is literally a bookmark in a very big, beautiful book.
I am not allowed to ask you to sing, but I wonder if you would tell people why they need to go online right now anywhere to listen to Replay and what it means.
Well, I'd love people to have a listen to Replay because it's as honest as I could possibly be. And I think a lot of people might connect to what it's saying and to how people feel sometimes that they can't necessarily share. This might be a bit of a story that everyone might have for themselves. Yeah.
There's a reason you're beloved. There's a reason you're beloved. And Whit Johnson and Lindsay Davis are on the other side of the carpet. Did you want to say hi? I know you know them.
Yeah, where are they? Oh, hey, y'all.
Hey,
y'all. Wish you were here, but because we have George, you have to stay where you are.
You can say hello once you come down.
You're going to be passing our way in just a little bit.
Right. You know.
Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you.
What a powerful interview that was, because Whoopi already is a part of that very exclusive club of the EGOT winners, if you want to call them that, right? If you've gotten all 4. And Cynthia Erivo is just the O away. She just needs the Oscar tonight. She also could join that club.
And if she does that, she'd be the youngest to reach that accomplishment. And of course, we're going to have to talk about the fashion here, because I know our team, both of them, Cynthia and Whoopi, and Cynthia staying in line with that Wicked theme with the green. So let's toss it up to Leslie and the team for that.
Hey, wait, I mean, really bringing in the drama. I mean, beautiful, magnificent. All right, what do you think, Ro? Cynthia Erivo looked incredible.
Cynthia Erivo is a living, breathing work of art, from her sculpted head to her dramatic nails. And then look at this, talking about taking Elphaba to the whole new level. This beautiful, structured forest green gown is phenomenal. Talking about saving the best for last. I love the ball skirt. I love the exaggerated shoulders. I love the beautiful neckline. She looks absolutely incredible, and I can't wait to see the next movie.
I just want to see both of them standing next to each other, the Wicked ladies. Ariana, Cynthia, right next to each other in these amazing gowns you just walked in.
This may be one of my best dressed stars, I have to say, Cynthia.
She looks fantastic. That's what you do for a trip to Emerald City.
There you go.
All right, Felicity Jones also stepped in. What do you think, Joe?
Oh my God! Well, first of all, nominated for The Brutalist. She talks about having her style be more classic and elegant with a twist. There is such a quiet elegance to her. She's worn a lot of Armani Privé in this award season, and I just love this on her. But it almost looks like liquid silver.
Yeah, it really does.
Pour it all over her, fits her like a glove, and I love the cutouts. And sometimes the cutouts can be wrong on a carpet, but I think she's doing it beautifully.
That works. You know what I noticed, Joe, is that there's a lot of classic silhouettes that have like a bit of a modern twist to this season. We saw that on the fashion runways, and now we're seeing it on the red carpet.
Isn't that so much fun? So much, I mean, just getting started, too. This is all just happening. All right, very much excited to see who else shows up here on the red carpet at the 97th Oscars. George, back over your way.
All right, thank you very much. The Oscar ceremony is now just 90 minutes away. We know Conan O'Brien is hosting the show for the very first time, but which of this year's star-studded nominees will actually take home the Oscar? The Oscars red carpet filled with stars, and hopefully with sweet moments like this from last week's Screen Actors Guild Awards. Best Actress nominee Cynthia Erivo praising supporting actress nominee Monica Barbaro for her turn as Joan Baez in A Complete Unknown.
Please keep singing. Please. No, it's really, really beautiful. It's lovely. I had no idea that. I thought that was like, that's like, it's in you.
Monica's co-star Timothée Chalamet is nominated for Best Actor at the Oscars. Chalamet won the SAG Award, making this Oscar race particularly interesting. He's up against Ralph Fiennes, Coleman Domingo, Sebastian Stan, and Adrian Brody, who's been collecting his own trophies this award season, like at the Golden Globes.
It's given me perspective. It's given me great appreciation for this moment.
Also appreciating this moment, Best Actress nominee Demi Moore, who has taken home the Golden Globe Critics' Choice and SAG Awards for her role in the horror film The Substance.
The Golden Globes was such a shock, and so there's been beauty and joy in each moment.
Moore is nominated along with Fernanda Torres, Carla Sofia Gascon, Mikey Madison, and Cynthia Erivo.
No one expected
film about a conclave with mostly men and one glorious woman to perhaps have the journey that it's had.
Conclave's ensemble win at the SAG Awards made the race for Best Picture at the Oscars even more exciting. It's up against Emilia Perez, Nickel Boys, I'm Still Here, The Substance, Dune Part 2, Wicked, The Brutalist, and Anora, whose cast just hopes that audiences continue to support smaller films.
Independent movie is very important. So if you have a chance and you still have a chance, go watch it in theaters.
Anora won top honors and multiple awards this season, including the Critics' Choice, Producers Guild, and Directors Guild Awards.
Hollywood's biggest stars are mixing and mingling, and so many of tonight's nominees are still on their way. What will they say to Lindsay, Witt, and George? Besides, be patient, George. And what other fashion moments will we be having? Well, we're gonna find out in just a few minutes, but first, On the Red Carpet loves LA. Here's a fast fact sponsored by Spectrum. Tonight's Oscar ceremony will be seen in more than 200 countries and territories around the world.
Welcome back. Last year, Colman Domingo earned his first Oscar nomination for Best Actor in Rustin. This year, he's back with another Best Actor nod for his performance in Sing Sing.
Consecutive nominations there. Colman plays an incarcerated man this time in the true story of a life-changing prison theater group with nearly all of his co-stars in the film actual alumni of that program.
Sometimes it's just all a little too much. On the heart.
All I knew about it before I watched was that it had actually people who had been incarcerated who were now serving as the actors. And I really couldn't tell when I watched. Everybody seemed like a real actor.
That was part of the draw. I mean, it really was, it's about this rehabilitation through the arts program at Sing Sing Prison that was founded by inmates. And so they got all these skills, these theater skills, these acting skills. And my director, Greg Creedar, thought it was brilliant to actually invite some of these guys to audition to be a part of it. And so it just brings another level of a reality to it as well.
And you shot in prisons that had been decommissioned. Now you're bringing people who were formerly incarcerated back to this space.
Yeah.
Give us a sense of what that's like.
Listen, I think that I commend these men for putting back on their prison greens. That's something I'm sure they never thought they would do, but they knew the task at hand. They wanted to share this story, which is a very different story of people and what they're doing in prison. You know, that not everyone's there to just, just wait away their time and do their time. But there are people who are really looking for tools to, I don't know, find some light, find some joy, creativity, become a better human being. And so this one does that.
You said that you felt closer to this film than any other. What was unique about this one?
I think it was I was offered the opportunity to bring my whole self into this film, to how much I care about black and brown men, how much I care about these brothers who, because of circumstances, ended up in the prison industrial complex. And I know that these men are my cousins. They're my neighbors, you name it. And no one's telling their stories.
Such powerful performances in that. And one more note on Colman Domingo. Since he's nominated tonight along with Zoe Saldana for Emilia Perez, it's the first time ever two Afro-Latino performers have ever been nominated in the same year.
Yeah, another opportunity to make history here. Let's go ahead and bring in Chris Connolly to talk about Best Actor once again. Colman Domingo, also the first to be nominated back-to-back since Denzel Washington, but a very competitive category.
Yeah, and if you're rooting for a great Oscar acceptance speech, you're rooting for Colman Domingo. If he gets up there, I think hearts will break open because he'll be so powerful. But this is a very competitive category. Let's face it, Timothée Chalamet, we've been talking about, the youngest ever to win this category. He was so great as Bob Dylan. He doesn't turn 30 for a while yet. He could be in there. Ralph Fiennes, totally different sort of career. He played Voldemort. He was in Schindler's List. He was in the Grand Budapest Hotel for Wes Anderson. Fascinating career. But I think your leader right now in this category is Adrian Brody, back for number 2. That movie, The Brutalist, is unimaginable without him.
All right, well, we will see. Again, another competitive field there. And I think we have two of the stars we're bringing in now from Anora.
I'm going to move up.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
All right, gentlemen.
Gentlemen, how are you?
Hey, so nice to meet you. Yes.
Hi.
Did you all ever think that Anora was going to get so much just fanfare, rave, and connect really with the viewers? No.
No.
Okay, it's very simple.
No.
Yeah. So Sean Baker, the director, has actually said that you are Russia's Ryan Gosling and his secret weapon. What do you think of those two analogies?
I don't know. I'm not a weapon. I'm human. I say with love. Just that. It's only one, the main goal for me. Maybe that's why.
You're the first Russian actor to be nominated in many years for an Academy Award. What does that mean to you to potentially be able to win here tonight?
Well, I don't know. It's first time in my life. It's so new. Everything is new. Speaking with you is new for me. I just trying to catch the moment.
Yes.
We're here. Its moment is going. It's reality.
And I just want to add, floor here is
The
very
red
like
carpet.
soft.
It's very
cute.
clean, yes,
It's
yes.
the most cutest and soft, red carpet in our lives. Yeah.
It's the little things in the midst of the big things. Congratulations to both of you for all the success of
Appreciate
Anora.
you.
Thank you so much. You heard it here. That very squishy, comfortable red carpet. Our coverage will continue in just a moment.
So will Adrian Brody win his second Best Actor Oscar? Will Cynthia Erivo become the youngest EGOT winner ever? We will find out tonight on the 97th Oscars on ABC and Hulu. Now, what's your go-to social media site? On the Red Carpet happens to be on all of them. Follow us now for more Oscar Sunday fun and the latest entertainment news all year round. We want to see your celebrity selfies. Upload them now at ontheredcarpet.com/selfie. We'll post our favorites to the On the Red Carpet social pages.
All right, joining us now is Samantha Kwan, a producer of Anora, and Sean Baker, who is up for, let's get this right, director, producer, editing and screenplay. You're like the most nominated person here tonight.
Crazy. I guess so. That's it's nice.
It's been nice talking to the people in your movie at various red carpet lines during awards season. I feel like you've helped change some lives. Have they told you that?
Yeah, they have, but what we would say is right back at them. Everyone has been so wonderful. Our cast is the best cast in the whole world, and we made this movie all together, so we couldn't have done it without them.
If you do the short version of this, telling people it's about a sex worker who marries a guy from Russia. Yeah, right. It's so much more than that.
Yeah, it actually sort of spans genres. We do some genre hopping in there, but overall, it's a film that looks at a young sex worker in Brooklyn who is going through a very particular incident in her life.
So we know Mikey Madison here from Better Things as a child star, and now we know that she is fully grown up and her career is going in beautiful directions. How did you know that Mikey Madison was the actress to take on this role?
Well, I honestly did not know her work from Better Things. I saw her in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and then in Scream, and it was a combination of those two films that made us extremely confident that she was able to do this. We met her, we realized she's nothing like those characters, so we knew she wasn't typecast, and she knew she could give us an amazing performance, and she did.
Take a good look, everyone, at those two faces, because if you believe the odds makers, they'll take the stage at some point during tonight's 97th Oscars.
It's a celebration of cinema in the heart of Hollywood. The world's biggest movie stars are here now on the red carpet at the Oscars. And tomorrow morning, Live with Kelly and Mark right there takes over the Dolby Theater for their special After Oscar show, featuring backstage interviews and an epic tribute to Hollywood's biggest blockbusters. Check your local listings for tomorrow's episode.
We are at the Oscars right now, but pretty soon we will be Live with Kelly and Mark after the Oscars. That happens tomorrow. Kelly Ripa, Mark Consuelos joining us now live. You're going to have fun backstage, but you've already talked to Conan on the day that he's taking the stage
he
for the first
dialed
time.
in. He is steady. He's not panicking. We asked him. He's not nervous at all.
He's locked and loaded.
Yeah.
He is ready for this show. I feel like it's been his calling his entire life. And he's actually very calm, very, very calm.
Did he give you any ideas of what we might be seeing?
He did. Not. He did not. We tried to get it out of him. He wouldn't tell us.
And I know that you've always had a little cubbyhole backstage, but this year you've been promoted, it sounds like.
Yeah, we got a bigger TV.
We did. We got a bigger TV. Same tiny cubbyhole, but with this TV that we can almost see if we look really hard.
All right, so on your show tomorrow, we always know we're going to have a fun hour.
Yes.
Is it fun for you, or does it end and you guys go right to bed?
We're going to go after the show tonight. We will try to get a couple of hours of sleep after the production meeting, and then we will be live on the Oscar stage 6 a.m. LA time, and we've got an amazing show planned.
I know you know Whit Johnson and Lindsay Davis. Do you want to say hi? They're right there.
Hey guys.
Wait, Whit and Lindsay?
We want to see you. Where are you?
In 3 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what we know that they have in their cubbyhole? Tequila for those award winners.
That's right.
You know, some pretty good incentive. And we did just see Zoe Saldana arrive on the red carpet. She's up, of course, for Best Supporting Actress. Does she have that on lock? You think she's a shoo-in?
Both supporting categories this year seem like they're locked up and ready to go, but after a few discussions with voters, maybe a little bit tighter than initially we thought. Zoe Saldana could make history. She'll be the third Latina ever to win that category, but the first that isn't from West Side Story, because Ariana DeBose and Rita Moreno both played Anita. So Zoe seems like the favorite, but if she were to lose, I think it's to Isabella Rossellini from Conclave. Conclave really had a rising trajectory in the final days of voting. People really love her.
But she had such kind of she had minimal lines, but a strong presence.
So did Judi Dench in Shakespeare in Love.
Oh, okay.
8 minutes, and it's all it's a supporting performance. That's what they're made for.
Love when I can get that little bit of history out of you. Clayton Davis, thank you so much. And we are heating up here on the red carpet. More and more people coming through at the 97th Academy Awards.
Who should win the award for Best Dressed Star? Well, Demi just walked in, so it might be her. But don't be too quick to decide. We have a lot more fabulous fashion and live celebrity interviews still to come. For those breaking away for news on your local ABC station, you can keep watching at ontheredcarpet.com. For everyone else, we will be right back with more live from Hollywood as On the Red Carpet at the Oscars continues. From Hollywood, this is On the Red Carpet at the Oscars.
Welcome back, everyone. You see Demi Moore in the building at this point on the red carpet. But also we have
one of the stars with us here, Fernanda Torres, nominated for Best Actress, and I'm Still Here. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you very much. Unbelievable.
And this is such a moment for you, almost a family affair, because you're the second Brazilian to be nominated for an Oscar. The first was your mother.
And because of the same director, Walter Salles.
So what would it mean to you? What would it mean to Brazil to be able to take home the Oscar tonight?
Man, Brazil is crazy because it's Carnival today. So people are dressed up like Oscar, like myself, like it's unbelievable in Brazil. So it became like the Oscar Carnival.
And so have you gotten a chance to talk to Marcelo, who plays your character's son, who wrote the screenplay here?
This morning I called him.
And
we are great friends.
What does he say about all of this?
We are just laughing and happy because, you know, it was a small film compared to the others, and for 6 months we have been doing Q&As and festivals, and this film started to grow like a wave, and people, once they see it, they get so touched by this family, which is Marcelo's family, because of his book. So we're really happy as hell to be here and nominated as Best Film. That was unthinkable.
And the director, Walter Salles, you talked about the connection with your family as well, and he was a part of that film that created that your mom was nominated for, Central Station, years ago, and then you got to work with your mom on this film as well. What was that experience like?
Well, we have been working a lot. We did theater, cinema. In this film, she plays my character older, so we didn't meet. But to have the three of them in the same film, because I did a film before Central Station with Walter, it's a family affair, not only on the stage, I mean on the screen, but also behind it.
Obviously, we talked about what this would mean for Brazil. What do you hope the takeaway is for people who get a chance to see I'm Still Here?
I think people will be touched in a very special place. Everybody who watches the film says, I was so touched by it. Because, of course, it's not a happy story, but it's a story full of hope, of endurance, and it's a very important film for now, of how to resist and endure in terrible times. So people get really touched by this film in a very strange way.
Well, your performance was incredibly powerful, brought that hope. Congratulations. Wishing you the very best tonight. Fernanda Torres for Best Actress.
Bye-bye.
George,
the director right here.
Oh, the director. We got Walter Salles right here.
Yes.
Do we have time? Sorry, Walter, if we could ask you one quick question here. What's this experience been like for you? You get to work with Fernanda and her mom all in the same film.
How lucky am I to have worked with the two Fernandas in the same film?
Yes.
You know, it's a wonderful déjà vu, and I think that they elevated this film to what it became. You know, the three nominations.
So meaningful.
To both Fernandas.
That's the guy.
Congratulations to you both. All the best to you tonight.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the night. Yes, enjoy yourself.
Heating up, continuing to heat up, we should say, here on the red carpet at the 97th Academy Awards.
Well, we first spoke for LA Confidential way back when. Guy Pearce is here with us tonight, and he's nominated for Best Actor in a Supporting Role for his work in The Brutalist. You made a movie in a short amount of time. I don't understand how you got that movie made so quickly, considering it's 3 hours and 40 minutes long.
Yeah, I don't understand it either, but Brady's a very clever guy. He's a really incredible director. He really knew what he wanted, and he didn't do a lot of setups. So, and we never felt rushed, to be honest. We really felt like we had the time to do what we needed to do. But it was a very special experience making this film.
When you come to an event like this, you know people are really loving your work, and your peers have wanted you to be in this position. So does it feel any different to walk the carpet, or any carpet, as a nominee?
Yeah, it does. It feels very special, and I feel really honored, and people are being really lovely, and I'm really proud of the film and happy that I got to be part of it. So it's feeling pretty great.
If people haven't seen the movie, and you have 2 sentences to tell them why they should see The Brutalist, what do you say?
It's original.
2 words, not even 2 sentences. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Oscar nominee Guy Pearce.
Oh, George, that was a fun interview. Well, you know what? We are hearing some really loud screams down there. And then we look right to the fashion camera, and we're noticing who's coming in. Zoe Saldana was one of those people just a moment ago, and my goodness, she wowed. She looked exceptional. All right, Joe, give it to us. Break it down.
Well, it's no surprise that she is wearing Saint Laurent. Of course, she has been a huge ambassador for the brand, has been only wearing Saint Laurent this entire award season. This was custom made for her by Anthony Vaccarello, and of course, inspired by true Parisian couture with a sort of tiered maroon, the opera-length gloves. Everything about this is so classy, and it's her time.
Lupita Nyong'o also just showed up, and what do you think, Ro?
You know what? Sensuality and glamour has dominated the carpet this award show season, and she combines both in this beautiful, beautiful gown. The white, ethereal color, the beautiful beading, the corsetry. It's absolutely amazing. You know the thing about Lupita Nyong'o? No matter what she wears, she always ends up on the best dressed list, and I think that she may be my best dress on this red carpet, I have to say.
That is a beautiful dress. And Demi Moore also showed up, and she's stunned. That's when I think we heard the largest,
shining like the winner that she will be.
Yes.
Rumor has it that she is wearing Armani Privé, and of course, she kicked this tour off 9 months ago at the Cannes Film Festival in Armani Privé, so it makes sense that she is closing out tonight with the same designer, which was her good luck charm. I have to say there's a lot of sentimentality behind wearing a designer when you start to when you finish in this incredible journey for Demi.
You know what, though, Joe? I think this is the perfect look to wear if you're going to take home an Oscar.
Absolutely.
Oh, my gosh. Isn't it beautiful?
I hope she wins.
Just getting started, too. So a lot more to come from the red carpet. And we'll be back with more on the red carpet at the 97th Oscars.
Maybe we'll start with the wildfires.
Sure.
Here we are with the CEO, Chairman Disney, the big boss, AKA, right? Bob Iger. So much to talk about here. Disney has a few potential opportunities to bring home some awards, including Inside Out 2. Many people talk about anxiety on this red carpet, right? So it feels fitting. Do you have one that you think may be your best bet?
Well, I don't pick favorites when they're ours. We have a lot. A Complete Unknown is ours as well. And, of course, Timothy and Monica both have nominations. And James Mangold, the director. Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain is also ours. And Inside Out 2, as you mentioned. It's a good night for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly, right? Yeah, I get it. Let's talk about one of the balance here with this award show is the celebration of the films, but also the recovery from the LA wildfires. And this community has been so resilient. I know Disney has done a lot for the entertainment industry. Talk about some of the things that are being done and what you've seen so far.
Well, it was quite a time, as you'd imagine, with thousands of people homeless, actually. And we were affected significantly because this is our home base, so we had well over 150 employees who lost their homes. It was important for us not only to take care of them, but to take care of the community that we live and work in. And I will say that while LA is resilient, it's also going to take a long time to get over this, particularly for those that lost so much.
But of course, having the Oscars here, big financial boost for the city of LA. And so we're all grateful that the show goes on, as they say.
Show must go on.
In Hollywood. Bob Iger, thanks so much for
Pleasure, as always.
Nice to see you both.
And looking good in the velvet, too. Yeah.
Very good to see you, Bob. All right, the 97th Academy Awards, all the excitement. Look at just how many people are pouring in as we are minutes away from the start time of the show.
Yes, the show must go on, and you can feel the excitement. The red carpet is not just buzzing, it is downright loud. And that energy is just another reason why On the Red Carpet loves LA. Time for another Fast Fact, sponsored by Spectrum. The number of competitive Oscar categories will expand to 28 next year with a new category, Best Casting.
He's been acting for quite a while. He's also been writing for quite a while. Sometimes we didn't even know he was writing, but he wrote A Real Pain. It's up for Best Original Screenplay. It's Jesse Eisenberg. Did you ever see yourself on this red carpet in all your dreams?
I don't see myself in any room, so this is unusual, and I'm really honored to be here.
You really are an everyman, I think, and you always are surprised by all the accolades that come your way. But maybe it's because you have a certain way of thinking when you put pen to paper.
Oh, possibly. I also just think it's like the normal human response that no one should ever expect to come to something illustrious and wonderful and exclusive as this.
But when you get this particular nomination, it says your peers really respect what you do. And how filling is that for you emotionally?
Oh, yeah, I guess when you put it that way, it's incredibly nice. I guess it's kind of like hard to think about it that way because there's like so much that leads into it. So you feel like, I don't know, like you're in this like competitive treadmill kind of place. But I think what you just said is right. Yeah, it's like being honored by your peers. And yeah, that's like the greatest thing. I feel so lucky. I've been writing for like 20 years. So like I always kind of like wanted, I don't know, I guess to be noticed as a writer. And this is certainly not what I expected at this point.
You're an actor, a writer, a husband, a father, but the husband and father part of you is still in New York, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, my wife came here tonight. She came here tonight. She surprised me coming with me on the airplane. And no, she's here. She's happy. She's criticizing all of the various things I think about saying and why I'm not saying the right thing. And she's here and she's very happy.
Jesse, you can never say anything wrong to me because every one of our interviews feels completely coming from your brain and your heart at the same time. So good luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
All right, it's Jesse Eisenberg nominated for his Best Original Screenplay for A Real Pain.
Hollywood's biggest stars are wearing their Oscar Sunday best, like Timothée Chalamet. Stay tuned for more interviews, more fashion, and more surprises when the Emmy Award-winning On the Red Carpet at the Oscars continues. Now, want to make sure you don't miss any of the viral moments on the red carpet during tonight's Oscar ceremony and behind the scenes? Well, go to ontheredcarpet.com now and follow along with our live Oscars blog. There's no business like small business. Sponsored by Hiscox. Here's small business owner Michael Unkefer, owner of Mark's Garden in Sherman Oaks.
At Mark's Garden, we focus on, floral arrangements and event design work. This year at the Oscars, Mark's Garden will be supplying flowers for the Oscar dressing rooms and anything, also the artist entrance in the back as well. It is Hollywood's biggest night, and as a small business owner, it's quite the honor to be asked to be part of the Oscars, and there's a lot of pride behind that.
Joining us now live on the red carpet is the man behind A Complete Unknown, director James Mangold. And how many other hyphenates for that particular movie?
I co-wrote it, and I'm a producer, so you got three of them there.
You just never do one job.
Well, directing is kind of a little bit of everything, and as you move forward, you kind of start realizing, why not manage the show? But writing is also a great love of mine. Directing and writing, to make the movie you want to make that you see in your mind is a great thing.
We're so excited to talk about this movie at the premiere, but I'm thinking all the work that Timothée Chalamet did and Edward Norton and Monica Barbaro. This is changing Monica Barbaro's whole trajectory, isn't it?
She's incredible in the movie, so of course it should. And all of them worked for years. The first draft I finished on this movie was before COVID hit in 2019. So we were ready to make this movie for what now would be 6 years. And all that time, Timmy, Monica, the rest of the cast, we're all cast. They were preparing to make this movie.
Your film got a lot of love this year. So last question, in a perfect world, what would happen for you tonight?
It's already happened. To be here, to be among my peers, to have the film that we worked on so hard to be celebrated. Of course, you'd love to win something, but the reality is, I know I speak for all the people involved in the movie, you're thrilled that you make it through this gauntlet and end up in this final circle. That is the victory.
So it's James Mangold, director, writer, producer, and class act. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, George. Always a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
There are more movie stars here than we can count. This is so much fun. And Oscar Sunday gets even more fun later tonight. After the ceremony, join us for On the Red Carpet after the awards, featuring interviews with tonight's winners and VIP access inside Hollywood's exclusive after parties. Check your local listings or stream at ontheredcarpet.com right after American Idol tonight on ABC.
She is one of the most beautiful stars in Hollywood. She is here as a presenter tonight at the Oscars. It's Ana de Armas. You like comedy, you like drama. What do you like the most when it comes to a role, when it comes your way?
Oh man, I like it all. I think it's all about the character, and you have fun doing both things. I can't pick.
You'll take the stage tonight for an event that's live all around the world. Is that more nerve-wracking, or is a movie set more nerve-wracking?
Definitely this is more nerve-wracking. Yeah, it's supposed to be very easy and smooth. We've rehearsed, and it's wonderful. It went well, so it's supposed to be fun. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy the moment,
Will you strain your neck to say hello to somebody? One of the stars here tonight that you want to work with one day?
Oh my gosh, so many. I'm really happy to be back here again and see all these wonderful people. I want to work with all of them. Yeah.
Well, I wish you well. Thank you so much. Ana de Armas, who's presenting something, we just don't know what.
Oh, George, we'll be excited to find out, that's for sure. And yes, we're very excited about the styles that have been coming down the red carpet. Selena Gomez, just a moment ago, came in. She's going to be a presenter tonight. And Ro, what do you think?
You know what I have to say on this carpet, Selena Gomez is giving us Hollywood bombshell. She is gorgeous, and this beautiful Ralph Lauren custom gown. It's amazing. It's got the beautiful mermaid spool on the hemline, as well as the beautiful off-the-shoulder décolletage and the diamonds. She looks like an A-list Hollywood star in this gown. So beautiful. And the color, the champagne with a little bit of shimmer. It's gorgeous.
Timothée Chalamet, he's nominated tonight, and of course, he's been really honing in Bob Dylan. Tell us what you think, Joe.
I mean, I don't know if this is Bob Dylan, but hello, sunshine. I mean, I have to say, Timothée Chalamet has been a rule breaker for menswear on the red carpet for years now. And whether you like it or not, I'm going to tell you, we always talk about it. He always got somebody to follow some element of his trend, and he's doing it again today in his custom Givenchy. So, you know what? Thumbs up to Timmy.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Margaret Qualley.
I like it that you said Timmy. That's so funny.
He's my boy, Timmy.
We're old friends. Margaret Qualley. She looks great tonight, too, and she's also a presenter tonight. What do you think, Ro?
Margaret is giving us classic Hollywood glamour. She looks absolutely beautiful. The updo, the beautiful gown, stunning.
She's gorgeous. All right, Lindsay, we'll send it back over your way.
All right, Leslie, a lot going on the red carpet here. We just had the Conclave cast walking by. Oh, Miley Cyrus. Hi, Miley. How are you? Yeah. All right. Let's quickly bring in Diane Warren, Clayton Davis, Chris Connolly back with us. Clayton, your pick for Best Picture tonight.
We're down to, I think, between Anora and Conclave. Anora has WGA, DJ, PJ. The only film to ever lose with that combo is Brokeback Mountain. I'm sticking with Anora, but we could have an upset with Conclave. Has SAG and BAFTA, last movie to lose with that.
5 seconds to you. Does Anora win?
It sure does, and how?
Okay, there we go. George Pinocchio, it's been a pleasure working with you here on this red carpet.
I'd like to say the same. I'll also tell you this. Right now is the log jam of log jams as far as the Oscars are concerned. Ava DuVernay just arrived, Adrian Brody. We just talked to Sebastian Stan and his special date. You'll see that soon on our streaming show. And on the red carpet right now is Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. We'll try to get them for the streaming show too. But what a pleasure it's been to be on this red carpet with all of you for On the Red Carpet at the Oscars, the 2025 edition. Wow, what a good time we've had today.
Well, that wraps up this portion of On the Red Carpet at the Oscars. We will continue the show live at ontheredcarpet.com and wherever you're streaming. Here on ABC, we're handing things over to Julianne Hough and Jesse Palmer. Good night, guys.